Well, hello and welcome to another episode of Bushcraft Dave. I'm in my back garden and I'm going to make what I hope is a really simple and fast dish. I've made a few paninis before on the channel, but this one today I'm making for a very special reason, and it is a particularly special ingredient. So, when we were at the Bushcraft Show this year, we went to one of our favourite stands that was there, and it's a place that does dried jerky meat and stuff like that. It's called Cowley's Fine Foods. We'll put a link to their website in the description. But one of the things that we picked up there, we normally just go and get a few random bits of jerky because it's cool, why not? But what we saw this time, which we've ended up picking up, is this. It is some, and what you can see, we've already used it. Look, it got used the other night, and it was so good that I thought I need to make a video with this. So it's some Welsh wild garlic and peanut pesto. It's super good. I'll tell you more about it in a minute when I'll have a little taste of something, just remind myself of it's just cool. It's amazing. But what I'm going to make is a really quick and really simple mozzarella, tomato and pesto panini. It's a beautiful summer's day, and I thought let's have something quick because I don't want to be sat over a hot stove for too long, so it should be relatively quick for the cook part of it, but a really nice summery outside kind of dish using my special Cowley's Welsh wild garlic and peanut pesto. Let's get cooking. So let's have a look at the ingredients that we've got for today's dish. We've got a panini roll. I've already pre-sliced it so I didn't need to bring a particularly sharp knife with me. I've got my pesto, which is all good to go. Stay. I've brought some mozzarella. It's just a bog standard, not particularly expensive, just a standard piece of mozzarella. It's probably a bit more than I need, but I've got plenty of rolls at home where I can do some more. And one salad-sized tomato. I've also brought with me a few other little bits that's going to sort of be for the cooking part of it. So I've got just a little bit of cooking oil. I don't need much, so a little bit of cooking oil. I've got some mayonnaise and a little tiny packet of sriracha chili sauce. So I'm going to make like a little sriracha chili mayo to dip in, and then also a pot of just some different coloured cherry tomatoes just to accompany it. That's it. Let's get this prepared, ready to go on the stove. Okay, let's start piecing this together. Now normally when I've done paninis in the past, I would normally completely butter the outside surface of it. Now I haven't actually got any butter today, otherwise I'd probably be doing it. So I'm just going to oil the pan. I might even just oil the outside of the panini. We're going to see how that goes, but on the inside let's put together what we need. So from the pesto, let's give it a quick mix up. I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls of the pesto on the bread. I want the flavour from this pesto to be the thing that really sings from the dish, because it is incredible. Having just licked the spoon, it's reminded me of what I really love about the flavour of this. There's a really sort of a smoky garlic flavour to it, but you get a really strong parmesan flavour as well that quite often you don't get with shop-bought pestos. Yeah, it's just super delicious, really dark and smoky. Let's quickly slice up the tomato. I'm hoping that the serrated part of my fork is enough. We'll see. It's not bad. I mean, obviously a sensible person would bring an actual knife, but I thought, no, be super clever, Dave. Let's just bring one tool for the whole job. Well, I have brought one tool for the whole job. It's me. Right. get these slices of tomato on. So a nice bed of tomatoes, the rest for my gob. Now you can obviously scale up the quality of your mozzarella, so you could get a really sort of high quality mozzarella or a burrata, something like that, but let's just peel it off. We'll stuff it really well. As I say, this is probably more mozzarella than I need. I hope I haven't just felt a speck of rain then. Talking about it being a summer's day. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. The rest save for later. And there we have it, ready to close and ready to go in the fry pan. Let's get the stove on. I need to keep one of these pans. I'll keep the slightly bigger of the two. Well, a few have asked me in the videos what I'm using for my fuel. There's this eco fuel bioethanol. But it's perfectly fine for me. So because you can't see it lit up, I quite like to let the match go out and then just double check it's lit by placing it back on, because you cannot see the flames at all. So it's quite useful to just be able to double check that it is lit. So it is on. It'll bloom up in no time. I'm locked in. We're ready to go. So stands are out. Ready for the fry pan. Okay, here's my plan. Let me get my oil. Pan on. Well, oil up the pan. I want to save some oil for when it comes to the other side of the panini. And the panini can just go straight in. Might even just give it a little twizzle just to be sure that it's kind of not going to stick. Okay, perfect. So here's the plan for getting the squish that I want. You might have seen stuff like this before. So I'm going to go with a pan on top. Previously I've used things like rocks or a brick inside there, but today what I'm going to go with is I'm going to fill this with some water. The water simply providing weight. Now it isn't particularly going to balance, but as things, if I let go of this, the water will just spill everywhere. So for now I'm just sort of balancing it with my hand. Eventually this will squish right down. What I don't want to do is really burn it. Which it will be doing. That didn't work. Oh jeez. lives there. It's a good job it's a good job I'm doing this as a demonstration of what to do, isn't it?
So I'm going to make another one now. I just thought I'd give you an example of what not to do.
My lord.
It is out here with smoking. Would you like another one?
Well, yeah, but I haven't got any other filling.
You used all pesto as well?
No. I've probably got enough to do another one.
What happened?
It clearly was just too hot, but then, well, you'll see on the video, even the everything around it just set on fire. There was fire in the pan.
Weird.
So I don't know whether it is. I wonder if that was what oil I put in
What was
that
what?
just ignited.
Yeah, it might be.
But I mean, it's obviously
Yes, I know, Penny. Penny would like to go for a walk.
okay. So we've gone for a second take. I've just replaced the bottom half of the panini bread, so the burnt half's completely gone. The top's already pretty good, but I've put the simmering on now, so it's at a much lower temperature. Hopefully we'll still get that sizzle, we'll still get that cook without it setting on fire. Okay, let's turn it over. Okay, time to serve up. Let me go and get a knife to cut this up. So just a quick one to end this. I forgot to press record on the last bit of the video. I have, however, taken a photograph of the food, so we'll insert that maybe here whilst I talk through it. But it tasted absolutely supremely delicious. It was so good. Mrs. Bushcraft Dave had some, the elder Bushcraft child had some. I mixed up some that little sachet of sriracha sauce in with the mayo, just stirred it up, kind of left it with that sort of marbling effect going on. Absolutely fantastic and delicious. Obviously it's been a bit of a mess up video. I burnt the panini to start off with, didn't I? That wasn't brilliant. I then forgot to press record. It's almost like it's been a few weeks and I need to get out there recording more stuff, don't I? Listen, you're going to make mistakes when you're cooking, especially when you're using something like a spirit burner, where clearly I've learned that from what I've just done in this one short video here, that I needed to make sure I had the simmering on, because that intense heat, it was just way too much. It got way too hot. That's why I've tended to use the gas cooker quite a lot now if I've got something where I want to mix things up a little bit with the temperature. But still eventually I did get something out that was super tasty, that I really enjoyed, with that fantastic pesto from Cowley's Fine Foods. Really good. Yeah, so speaking of me not being out and about recording very much recently, I am going to get myself out a hell of a lot more. So this week, probably the week after you're seeing this video, but I'm going to get myself out. I've got plans for 4 videos I'm going to try and do over just a couple of days. Shall I give you spoilers as to what they're going to be? Yeah, who cares? Who cares? So, I'm going to do a Temu review. So I've been on Temu and bought a little camping cook setup, so I'm going to try that stuff out. So that's one of the things I'm going to do. I've got the mystery tent that Mrs. Bushcraft Dave won for me in a charity auction at the Bushcraft Show. I've not even looked inside the bag. I don't know what kind of tent it is. I don't know if it's got all the bits. Who knows, but we'll see that on a future video. I'm going to go and do a load of hiking, so I'm going to do sort of 24 hours out, not quite 24 hours, but a full day. I'm going to get out and about, and I'm going to try and tick off as many Ethels as I possibly can in one day. I'm just busy planning my route now when I realised that this hadn't recorded properly. And the fourth thing is I'm going to try out one of my army ration packs that I've bought. So when I'm doing my 24-hour hike, which you'll see as one video, but I'm also going to be talking through and using a 24-hour ration pack. So that's to look out for in the next few weeks. Hopefully loads of content. I'm out and about in the summer. We've got a family trip back out to Lindisfarne, where we're going to be hopefully going out in nice weather, and hopefully the castle will be open for us this time, but also exploring lots more of that Northumbrian coast. Yeah, I'm going to go and see loads and loads of stuff. So there's plenty more content coming this summer. We'll get loads more videos out to you. I'm clearly out of practice and I need to get doing it a lot more. So thank you for your patience. I hope you enjoyed the video, no matter how chaotic it was. And we'll see you in the next one. Live, sir.